Good evening, all of you. And thank you for joining us today for this webinar with Mr. Tantra, where he shares how to make the best use of productivity apps when you're working from home. This webinar has been organized by Money Life Foundation. We are a 10-year-old nonprofit, and our primary goal is to spread financial literacy and help address a wide spectrum of issues that affect us as a customer. Before I begin, I would like to introduce our speaker for the evening. Mr. Yazdi Tantra is a chartered accountant by training, a computer consultant by profession, and a trainer and entrepreneur developer by hobby. He firmly believes in the power of technology to improve productivity at the workplace. He's on the governing board of Pat Cook Polytechnic Trust, which caters to more than 4,500 students. He's also the vice chairman of the Zoroastrian Cooperative Bank Limited and the chairman of the IT committee. He's been running a medium-sized computer company online for the past 27 years, and he's also a columnist with Money Life, where he writes a weekly article on tech. So without taking too much of your time, I just like to spell out a couple of ground rules, which all of us have to strictly adhere to. One is we have kept all of you strictly on mute during the session for the benefit of the speakers and also for the benefit of the participants involved. And we'll unmute you during the Q&A. For optimal viewing, I request you to keep the webinar on speaker view. This entire meeting is being recorded and it's also being live streamed, and it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, Money Life TV. So in case you would also like to refer back to that, you can check out our YouTube channel. During the question and answer, my request is please use the raise hands button option available in the Zoom options. So you can ask us questions based on that. Also, please note your homes and backgrounds are visible to all of us. So if you wish to protect your privacy, then you can keep your camera switched off right now. And one final thing that I wanted to share, you can also share your questions in the chat, but my request is please share it in the public forum so all of us can see, and please do not share it with me in private. So now, without taking too much of your time, I would now request Mr. Tantra to take over. So over to you.
Hi, good evening everyone, and welcome to the magic show. I always call it a magic show because there is magic already in your hands. I only open the windows to use it. So sometimes you might be amazed of what all you have in your hands and which we have not been using optimally. As mentioned earlier, we will have all the questions later, but if you want to ask me anything while I'm speaking, please enter your questions in the chat box for everyone, not directly to me. So I will be able to address them. I will not be disturbed. If you don't understand anything or if you want me to repeat something right away, you can always enter your questions in the chat box. The third thing also I need to say is we computer guys are very lazy. So whatever we can do with one click, we will rather do it with one click rather than two. If we can do it with sound, we will do it with sound and not even raise our finger. So that is the bottom line. Productivity apps are not only for COVID lockdown, but they are for everyone and all the time. So once you learn certain things, you can use them anywhere, everywhere, and improve your productivity as you go along. So I will, since we have 1 hour, I will be touching upon a few apps and a few Chrome extensions as we move. And if you feel we need to see more, maybe I'll crave indulgence and go over the 1 hour also. So thank you very much, and let's start right away. And most of the time I'll be sharing my screen, so you don't have to imagine what I am doing. Are you able to see my screen, please?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are two Chrome extensions which I wanted to share, which are of use for everyone. One of them is called ProKeys. What it does is it helps you develop shortcuts for everything. So if you are writing certain things time and again, over and over, what you do is you create a shortcut for those. For example, now as he mentioned earlier, I submit an article to Money Life every week. So what do I say? I write, this is my article for the next issue, etc., etc. Now, as I said, I am very lazy. So what I do is I just type ML, that is Money Life, and then press the hotkey and see what happens. The entire mail comes through. I just put the attachment and I send it across. Okay. A lot of times people ask me my office address. So again and again I have to type the same thing. So what I do, I just make a shortcut OFF, that is office, press the hotkey. I'll explain to you how it works. Okay, the entire mail gets typed on its own. So whatever you do repetitively, you can do it. Like you can, if you send me a Diwali message or a New Year message, normally what happens is I have to reciprocate. So I just say R for reciprocate, press the hotkey and say thank you for your good wishes, which we all heartily reciprocate. So how does this work? I'll just quickly explain to you how it works. So there is a Chrome extension called ProKeys. ProKeys is the extension. Everybody knows how to handle an extension, how to install an extension in Chrome. Can you just give me a yes or no in the chat box? No?
Tell us how to do it, yes.
Okay. So what I do is, again, very lazy. I don't know how to do it. So I just write ProKeys Chrome extension. I just type that. Okay. It comes down here. I click on it. It gives me an option to add an extension. Just now it says remove from Chrome because I have already installed it. So you will get installed here. You just click on it and it automatically gets installed. Once it gets installed, there will be something like this on your, if you see on the top right where the extensions are, you'll see there are so many extensions. There is one K extension in green on the top right. Can you see that, please? Yeah. So it is called ProKeys. So I click on it and then I can create my own shortcuts. So all my shortcuts can be created. I just say create a new shortcut, click on this, or I can import shortcuts which from somewhere else, or I just say create, add a new snippet. So I can add a new snippet. I can say, for example, I can say, please send in your bill is outstanding since long. Please send in your payment immediately. So I will say reminder, and then I can type the text. Please send in your payment immediately. I can do lots of things here. I can do some styling. I can do some. It has something called a style text box where I can do some coloring, bold, underline, etc. I can do whatever I want to do. Okay, so this is, so what is the name of the extension array? What is the name of the snippet? It is called reminder. So I'm saying okay. Now when I go here and I say reminder, it can be anything. Please send in your payment immediately. So it is very simple to create a shortcut. You just define what. It is possible with Mozilla as well, but Chrome is very comfortable with all types of extensions. So you can even create your signatures for different people. Suppose I am writing to my kids. I don't want to write this formal signature. So I just remove this and I say love dad. So LD and press the hotkey. The hotkey in this case is shift and space. So if I press shift and space, this is the default hotkey. You can change the default hotkey also. You can just create whatever hotkey you want, but it should not be a key which you keep on using it normally. So normally shift and space Yes, Google has something called canned text, but it has a limitation in terms of number of things that you can do. Number one. Number two is now I think it is not available. Canned text is not available. Google has something called autocomplete also. For example, now if I start typing, thank you for your mail, thank you for your email. See, it auto completes. So there is an option called autocomplete. But if I want to write it in my way, I'll just say ty is thank you, shift and space, and it comes automatically. So it is very useful, gives you stuff very fast. You can write whatever, you can write your home address, office address, you can just say home and you get your home address straight away. So you can save a lot of typing. Very useful, very simple, but very useful. Are we clear on this? Then there is something in Chrome as an extension which is called dictation for Gmail. Again, you go to Google, say dictation for Gmail Chrome extension, look for it, you will find it, the first one, just say install and it will get installed. Now in this case it does not come on the top bar. What happens is it comes down below. If you notice here, there is a microphone that has come on the down below at the bottom of my email, send. Next to send is the microphone. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to enable it, just now it is not enabled, but if you want to enable it, you just press on it and then start dictating. So whatever I speak after this, after I press this button, will be automatically part of the email. So in the COVID times, when you don't have your secretary, you don't have somebody to take dictation, Chrome and Gmail will take dictation for you. So let me see what it does. Let us go ahead with this deal as fast as possible since we have very little time, full stop. We need to leave early so that we can reach on time, full stop. Are you seeing how simple it is? Perfect it is. You can just simply dictate to Google, Gmail. So you can dictate in English, but you can dictate in any other language also. There are hundreds of languages here. As far as I am concerned, I don't know any of these languages, but let me see if I can try Hindi. Is Hindi there? Yeah, it is there. So now I have selected Hindi. मैं अब बाहर जा रहा हूँ. You can do it in Gujarati, you can do it in Hindi, you can do it. Okay, see, whatever I am speaking, it is still keeping on recording until I press the microphone button and switch it off. It is very simple but very powerful. You can do whatever you want. As far as a language is concerned, you can do it in Gujarati, you can do it in Malayalam, you can do it in Bengali, whatever you want, you can do it very simply. So this extension is called dictation for Gmail. Okay, so these are two extensions which I thought may be useful since we are looking at saving time. Are we okay? These plugins are free, yes, but they are secure, and any chances of virus, okay, if there is a chance of virus, Gmail itself will block it normally, but there is no 100% guarantee. You have to take a chance, but 99% of the time, if you are using a good strong commercial antivirus program, you don't have to worry. Okay, so all these, whatever I am talking of is free. Wherever it is not free, I will be explaining to you whatever is not free. Is this fine so far? Any questions?
Yeah, yes, sir. This seems to be working fine.
Okay. So these two plugins are very easy and very simple, very light. They don't drag your Chrome down. They don't drag your Gmail down. As you saw, you can dictate very fluidly without any break. It keeps on understanding it. Then we have something called translations. Sometimes, or rather nowadays, very often, we have this problem of translations. Now, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
The translation screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what you can do here, when you go to translate.google.com, you will be presented with this sort of a screen. So, you will be asked from which language to which language you want to translate. It's as simple as that. So, if I say English to Hindi, I have a meeting tomorrow at 10 p.m. So I will be unable to take your call. Easy? And if you don't know how to pronounce it,
Sir, I think we're slightly unable to see the screen.
मैं आपका फोन नहीं ले सकूंगा.
you can't see the screen?
No, sir, I think it's been blocked. I think it's entirely blank.
Okay, you can't see what I'm typing?
No, sir, not able to.
Not at all.
No, sir, we're getting a blank.
Oh, 1 minute. Now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Now we can see.
So can you see what I have typed on the left? I have a meeting tomorrow at 10 p.m. So I will be unable to take your call, and it has been translated into Hindi. मेरी कल 10 बजे बैठक है, इसलिए मैं आपका फोन नहीं ले सकूंगा. I want to see the same thing in French. I want to hear how it sounds.
J'ai une réunion demain à 22 heures. Je ne pourrai donc pas prendre votre appel.
This is very good when you are in a foreign country, and you can do this on your phone also. Google Translate, you can download the app on your phone and you can do a translation immediately. So this is a very simple thing. You can put phrases, you can even speak out the phrases. Let's go early tomorrow. So it will translate.
So is this a plugin?
No, it's not a plugin. You just go to translate.google.com and straight away you will get it. I'll just go right from the beginning. I'll just type translate.google.com. Can you see that? You come to a blank screen like this. Okay? And then you can straight away start translating. Whatever you want, you can put an entire para. You can just copy paste from Word and it will translate it. Typically what happens is these days with all government agencies, somebody is writing to you in Hindi, somebody is writing to you in Marathi, and it becomes a big pain to translate, right? So this is a very simple way, but this is not all. This is limited because then you will have to type out everything or you will have to copy paste. But now I have this option called documents. Can you see the documents next to the text? So when I go to documents, it says choose a document. So I can upload a doc file or a docx file or an ODF, PDF, PPT, etc., or even an Excel file. So I'll browse my computer. I'll pick up a file. Okay, I have got a file which is an article. Memory can improve, not decrease with age. Okay, so I pick it up. And I say I want to translate it into Hindi. I am taking an entire document now. I am not doing any copy paste. I am not doing anything. And I just say translate. It takes a few seconds and that entire English translation is available in Hindi. Can you see this? It's very, very powerful, very useful, very powerful. It just works right away. Yes, it also scans with camera. There are lots of other things which you can do with it, but this is the basic. You can do translations on the fly. Straight away, pick up an entire document, paste it here, and it will translate it to a language of your choice. Now, if you say, I want the whole thing in which language do we understand? I don't think you will understand Russian. So I don't want to put it in Russian. But you see the number of languages, as far as we are concerned, virtually like it is unlimited. It has about 130 languages, I believe. So if you want to translate any document into any other document, obviously you must understand that translations are not 100%. These are done with AI. So there will be some grammatical errors here and there, but then 90% of the time it is accurate and it works. So that is the beauty of Google Translate. Just say translate from English to something else. Okay, now there was a friend of mine who wrote a book on Zoroaster, and he's in Russia. He said, boss, my daddy doesn't know anything. He just knows Russian. So he sent me this website. He said, boss, now you figure out whatever. I have written this book. My dad has written this book. I don't know anything more about it. I don't know English. So I just copied this and put it in Google Translate. Okay, I now got a result here. I click on it and the magic happens. Oh, sorry, I translated it into Russian only. I have to translate it into English. Sorry. Oh, what's happening? I am saying, oh, my original is English. From Russian to English I have to do. I'm sorry. I missed out. From Russian to English. I managed to confuse Google. Now the entire website is now converted into English. Can you imagine the power of this? The entire website. Even if I go inside, I look up anything else, I look up articles, I look up anything, everything is in English. The original website looks something like this. If I go inside, it looks something like this. But when I run it through Google Translate, the entire website is available. Isn't it cool? This is really, really cool. You can translate documents, you can translate websites entirely. You just put the link on the left and you put the language, or from which language to which language, and the entire thing is translated automatically. Okay, so this is very, very useful. One more thing, if you go to, now this is what I was saying, that most of the circulars, now Bombay University normally sends all its circulars in Marathi these days. And what you have to do is you have to go and get a translator or find somebody who can translate the whole thing for you, right? Now you just take a picture of that, go save it in your Google Drive and open it in Google Docs. So this was the original photograph. I opened it in Google Docs, so it is looking like this. So now it is a document which I can manipulate. In Google Docs, there is an option in Tools. When you go to Tools, you say Translate Document and you choose a language. Again, you choose English and say Translate and start praying. So this was the original. It never did anything. You go down and this is the entire document in English. This is real cool. You just take a photograph, save it in your Google Drive, open it in Google Docs, just go to Tools and say Translate. Okay? Straight away you can get the entire thing. So if it is a court order, if it is a submission, if it is say, like for example, this is a letter from the municipality. Again, I think it is in Hindi. Yeah, it is in Hindi. And I say Tools, Translate Document. Sorry. translate document, choose a language. I go to the language English, translate. I get my entire document in English. Okay, this is absolutely fantastic. Imagine tomorrow you are transferred to Karnataka and you are having documents coming in Kannada. You want to translate them into English. Day after tomorrow you are in West Bengal and you get a letter from the local authority and you want to read it in English. Everything is immediately ready. How did you convert PDF into Word? Okay, PDF into Word is very simple. Actually, I have a full session on Google Docs. You must see that session. It is on YouTube. I will give you the links later. You go to any PDF document and right click it and say open in Docs and it will automatically open it in Word. So whether it is a PDF, whether it is a JPG, whatever document you have, you just right click on that document. Okay, let me see if I have any PDF document which I can share. So these are some PDF documents. See, this is a PDF document. This is a JPG document. Can you see the JPG? Original was PDF, it was converted into JPG. Okay, I don't want to see this, but I want to see a PDF. Lease deed. This is a PDF document. I just right click, I say open with Google Docs and it opens and converts it into Word straight away. If it is a lengthy document, it will take a few seconds. If it's a one pager, it will be almost instant. So it is a very simple way of converting JPGs, PDFs into Word. And once it is open in Google Docs, you can just go file, download as Word, and you'll get it in Word entirely. This is a lengthy document. I think it's taking a little time. But you get the idea. Let me see if I can get a simple short document. This is a PDF. I just say open with Google Docs. That's all that I have to say. Yeah, so that PDF is entirely now available in Google Docs as a Word document. You say file, say download, download it as Microsoft Word, and you can straight away convert it Word. Okay. Don't ask me questions privately, please ask me publicly. Somebody is asking, what about privacy issues? Is Google storing my document? Yes, Google is storing your document. But Google doesn't have time to see a few million documents every day. Only thing is, it knows how to handle it. So there is an AI engine sitting right behind which does all this automatically. So it is very, very simple and very powerful. Okay. Don't worry about privacy issues. There are lots of privacy issues. Even when you are using Google Home, when you are using Google Drive, everything has an issue. Even if you are using Microsoft Word, you know, Windows is always in touch with Microsoft. Although they say that they do not use your information, they can. So that option is always there. Okay, so is this great? Any other questions so far?
Somebody has asked if the recent thing that you had just shown, if it is applicable for even with read as only files, or do you have to download it specifically and then only you can
No, there are issues if it is read only or if there is a password protected file, there will be issues. Obviously, Google is not going to be able to crack the password immediately. But there are certain issues. But if you can open it normally, you should be able to open it in Google. Yeah. Is Google Drive the safest place to keep data online? I have 2 TB worth of data. What's the best cloud storage? Well, it is like asking whether I should buy a Maruti or a Hyundai. What is best for you, you have to decide. You have so many options today. You have Microsoft OneDrive, you have Google Drive, you've got hordes and hordes, and there are many people. Like I just read an ad that they are giving you 5 TB for a one-time payment. So there is no end to it. You will have to figure out yourself, see the reviews, ask people who are using it. As far as I am concerned, I'm quite happy with Google Drive. I have had no problems. You can upgrade it. You get additional base data is I think 15 or 17 GB now. You can upgrade it to 100 GB by paying 100 rupees per month and make it 200 GB by paying 200 rupees per month and stuff like that. So, and 2 TB is definitely going to be cheaper. So don't worry. We have to live with it, just like we have to live with coronavirus. We have to live with privacy issues. As long as you're not doing anything wrong, you don't worry about your data. If you are doing something wrong, I saw a lot of articles yesterday in the Times of India saying how you should prevent your WhatsApp from being backed up and how you should block. But if I'm not doing anything wrong, I don't need to block anything as far as my WhatsApp is concerned. Okay, so it's a very simple thing which we can evaluate on your own. Depends on what you like and what works for you. Okay, now I have to go to my desktop to enable my, just give me a few seconds to connect my phone and I will be able to display my phone to you because we are doing a few apps which will be, 1 second. You have any queries just now so far?
Yeah, there is another query that we have received.
Yeah.
This question is about the dictation thing that you had shown. So
Yeah.
does the dictation work with Microsoft Outlook as well, or is it only for Gmail? Because a lot of people are using Outlook and not Gmail directly.
So I will show you how it works for Outlook or other mail platforms. What the dictation thing is for Gmail. What was the name of that particular app? It was Dictation for Gmail. So the name itself was Dictation for Gmail. So it will work only in Gmail at that point of time. But there are lots of other dictation softwares. Again, I have done a full episode on dictation softwares. There are many softwares, and you can again you can have a look at it. We may not be able to have time, but it will not work in Outlook just like that. Anything else?
Just an announcement from my end. A lot of people have been asking us, will this recording be made available? Will this? Can you repeat that point? So just a normal announcement. This entire video is being recorded, and a copy of this will be made available on our YouTube channel, Money Life TV. So after the session is done, you can check out our YouTube channel for the entire recording in case you missed out anything at this point. So apart from this, also we can share the recordings with you. You can also check out Mr. Tantra's channel, like he had mentioned. So all of this is documented.
I will give you the links to my channel also.
Yeah, I think a couple of other questions are generally about the names of the plugins. So again, they've been recorded in the video. So you can check out the video again and then you can find all of them.
Right.
And another request, please do not share private messages because he won't be able to monitor all of them. Please share it here in the public forum so we can monitor all those questions and then we can take it up immediately.
Now, there is one app which is relatively less used. I don't know how many of you have heard of Google Lens. How many of you use it? Can somebody tell me in the chat box, how many of you use Google Lens? Yes, you use. Okay. So there are many people who use it. There are some who are not using it, but use it sometimes. Some people are saying no. Now Google Lens is really powerful, and let us see what all you can do with Google Lens. Even if you are a user, it might be interesting to see what all you can do with it. So now I will share my mobile screen. Can you see my mobile screen now?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So this is my mobile homepage, and I will just fire Google Lens. It looks something like this. Straight away it comes to a camera. Can you see my mobile screen?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I have a book here, which I just look at it and click on the trigger down below. See what I get. Triggers creating behavior that lasts, becoming a person you want to be, by Marshall Goldsmith. This is the book that I clicked on. Okay. Now what all I need to see of this book? 94% of the people like this book. There is a brief preview. There are reviews of this book before I even, so I click on reviews. I can straight away see the reviews. If you want to buy the book, straight away you can say get the book. You can see that it is available on Amazon, it is available on goodreads.com, medium.com, etc., etc. So it is really very easy to look up anything. You are in a bookshop, you want to see this book. Acha, it is available on Amazon. How much does it cost on Amazon? Let me see. So I go to Amazon and quickly, there is an audio CD format also. Okay. So I can see this book, there is a description, can see more, etc., etc. So this is really amazing. You just point and click and you can find anything. So if I have, say, another recent book that I saw by Urjit Patel, okay, so I click on it. Again, I am getting see the things that I get. I can see the reviews, I can see a brief table of contents also. What is inside the book? I can see the first few pages. What is the preface all about? Maybe 1 or 2 chapters. In this case, you have reached the limit. So obviously, he is not going to give you the entire book. But the idea is that you should be able to see. It is available on Flipkart. It is available on Amazon. And it is very simple to identify anything for that matter. I have an old phone here. Can you make out what this phone is?
The Sony Xperia one.
Yeah, so it immediately says it's Sony Xperia. The model number is not written on the phone. It is just by the shape, it is identifying that this is a Sony Xperia, and various options are given. Automatically, it identifies whatever you click on, it immediately identifies whether it is a book, whether it is an object. Okay, let me try something like this. Give me a second. I just plucked something from my kitchen garden. I want to know what this is. It says it is peppermint. It's bang on. Absolutely right. This is mint, and it gives me immediately what are the options. See how it has identified this particular object. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
It is an image search which is very powerful. Absolutely powerful. You can see it right away. I had something else also. 1 second. Let me just find Now this is very similar looking, but it is a different leaf. So I will go back. This is a different leaf, and it tells me this is holy basil, this is tulsi. Okay, so straight away it has identified what it is. I don't know what it is. If you see any fruit, flower, dog, cat, you want to know what it is, straight away you use Google Lens. I just point it to my laptop and I take a picture. It shows me that this is a, sorry, it is not going to the right place, but you get the idea how it is going so fast and identifying. It's basically an image search and it is identifying whatever I am clicking at. So straight away it is searching for stuff. But now you see next to the search you have something called text. Can you see text? Now see the fun. I am looking at some news article and I am clicking on text. It has found this text and I can even listen to the text.
And delays in compiling the statistics. TNP2. Override farm laws, Sonia tells Conglet states. Happening the Congress was attack over the farm bills. Party chief Sonia Gandhi on Monday directed STATS where the Congress is empowered to override the legislations by.
Are you getting the idea? It can actually read what is being scanned. This is really powerful. Not only that, now I select the text. It says select all, or I can actually copy text. I can copy it to my computer or I can listen to it. Can you make out all the options? Can you see? So when I say copy, I can paste it anywhere else on my phone. If I say copy to computer, what happens is it grabs the entire text, converts it into pure text, and I can go back to my computer and paste it. I can say Control V and paste it into a Word file or a text file, text editor. So it is asking me which computer you want to copy it to. So I am saying I have two computers. So it's saying I am copying it to my laptop. When we go back to our laptop, just ask me to do Control V and you can see this entire text is copied. This is really very useful. Can you see this? Just click on it and you will see the entire text available to you. Now if you say search, see this particular item, I am seeing this and I am saying search. Now it shows me information on the Congress because Congress is mentioned in this particular article, but it can also show me when I am in text, it can also show me where all my the same article is reported. So you can see that it is reported in Times of India, Indian Express, Hindustan Times, etc. Really magical. Yes. There is no Chrome extension for Google Lens because Google Lens is a laptop app or it's a mobile app. But now Windows is coming out with option to actually to run all your mobile apps on your laptop. So that will be really great. Okay, so these are some tricks which we can do with Lens. What else can we do? Let us see. You're working from home and kids want to do their homework. There's a thing called homework. Can you see that? Okay, so how do you manage homework? The kid comes and asks you, Daddy, why is the sky blue? So you just take a photograph. Okay, so it's giving you the answer. Why is the sky blue? Can you imagine this? Fantastic. Immediately it gives you the answers from various options from NASA Space, Scientific American, Quora, videos, why is the sky blue, detailed explanation, etc., etc. Okay. Then the kid comes and says, how do I do this math sum? Again, this is homework. Square root of 5 into 20 square. Okay, so he is saying that you have to put the constant on the left and you come down and there is a calculator which has done the entire calculation. Square root of 5 into 20 raised to 2, that is 894.427191. So this is the beauty of Google Lens. You can do homework. Okay. What else can you do? You can do translate. Now this is another interesting thing. We have an article in the newspaper. It is in English. Now I can read the entire thing in Hindi. Can you see this? I can actually read it right away. There is nothing I am doing. I am just saying translate from English to Hindi. I don't know Hindi, so I say, okay, I want to translate it into another language, say Gujarati. Okay, so I read this article in Gujarati. Can you see the power? You are just pointing and shooting. That's all. You are not doing anything else. Just pointing and shooting. Google Lens. And there is something else which is interesting I wanted to share with you. Let me see if I can share that. One second. Now I will again go to Lens. You are able to see my screen, I hope.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So I am going and clicking a menu item in a restaurant, grilled garlic chutney paneer. Okay. So instantly I get all the recipes which are for paneer tikka with roasted garlic chutney, garlic grilled paneer, paneer tikka and green chutney, red chili garlic chutney, everything that has to do with this particular item. Or maybe I like this Malai black pepper broccoli. So I'll select that Malai black pepper broccoli. All the recipes, Malai broccoli, roasted broccoli with almonds, how to prepare Malai broccoli at home. And all these have the same options, copy text, copy to computer or listen. Okay. So you can go and look at dining. You can go and look at places. Now this is another interesting thing. Achha, this is also another interesting thing. I picked up a Chinese menu. So I'll say translate from Chinese to, no, not Gujarati. I will say Chinese to English. Now see what happens to this menu. The entire menu comes to me in English. So I was getting a little upset. Boss, ye kya hai? He knows Chinese very well. What about Japanese? So I picked up a Japanese menu. Okay, the entire menu is available to me in English. So if you go to any restaurant abroad and you get a menu which is like this, you know what to do. Use Google Lens. And this is also great. You look at a place and okay, you can see the place, multiple photographs, more details of this place. If I go and see, everybody knows what is this. And you have all the articles related to the place. Assuming that it is not a picture, you are actually visiting that place. Does anybody know what is this? This is the Prince of Wales Museum, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangralaya. Can you see the speed at which it is identifying the stuff? It's really, really great. So this is what Google Lens is all about. You can play with it. You can learn a lot more with Google Lens. Are we clear on this? Any questions? How can I see? Sorry?
So actually, in fact, a lot of questions that we've had. A lot of people are asking, how do you cast your mobile screen to your laptop? So if you have any app recommendation for that.
That is the magician's secret. No, I use a small app called SideSync, and that helps in casting the. SideSync works only in Samsung, but that is what I am told. But it works beautifully. Okay. So, any questions so far? Any other questions?
One. And another question was, if you wish to know about a person in a video, would the Google Lens still work for that?
Okay, let me try that. Since you are asking, are you still seeing my mobile screen? No.
No, I think we've seen you.
Okay, one sec. Okay, can you see my mobile screen now?
Yes, sir.
So, yesterday I was on a webinar, and now I'm going to my gallery. Okay, and I'm seeing a lot of things. Now I took a snapshot in the gallery, and I looked up this guy. I was also on the webinar. I'm just trying to take a picture of somebody. Okay, he is a professor. It normally is able to give you the link to the picture also. I think this fellow is coming in the way. My notifications are, sorry. It is simple, you just so this person, her name is Karishma Koka, and all her details, LinkedIn, Facebook, University of Cambridge, wherever she is available, she is found. Okay, so if I find anybody else like this, so I found this guy. So I found his pictures. I found him in IIT.org. He's a Google scholar. He is in the School of Mechanical Engineering. Blah blah blah. He is in University of Oklahoma. Okay, so that is very simple. You just point and search. That's it. So the byline for Google Lens is search what you see. That's it. Any other questions? Can we find a Google address, a Gmail address? No, but you can go to LinkedIn and send a message. You can go to Facebook and send a message. So even though you don't know the email address, you can find the address. Okay, then what else? Any other questions?
Just another announcement from my end. Once again, people are sharing messages about having missed out on the initial part of it. This video is being recorded. So again, please do check out our YouTube channel, Money Life TV. He won't be able to repeat all those things again. So which is why my request is to wait till the end of this presentation. Yeah, I think that was it, sir.
Okay, so just one more. You're still seeing my...
Yeah, I can see I can see your mobile. Yeah.
Yeah, so apart from Google, Microsoft also has done a lot of work on apps. And these days, my opinion is that Microsoft makes better apps on Android than Android itself. So that is the best part of it. So if you go to Microsoft Office, now it is called Office directly. It is not called Microsoft Office. Can you see Office, the symbol?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So it loads. And apart from the normal thing, if you say add, you can make a Word, Excel, PowerPoint presentation. They also have something called Lens, not as powerful but works very well. They have something called Notes, like your sticky notes. You can use that. But I am not interested in that because that everybody knows how to have a Word, Excel or PowerPoint creation. There is something called Actions on the right bottom. Now, Actions is very powerful. You can transfer files between your phone and your computer directly, or you can share nearby. So, if you have somebody else who already also has this Microsoft Office installed, you can share it and you can say send and he can say receive, and you can send a file directly from your phone one-to-one. There's something called transfer files between your phone and computer. So on your computer, this is a little elaborate, so I'm not getting into it in detail. Again, this I have covered in one of my earlier sessions. You just go to transfer.office.com on your computer, and from there they will give you a barcode, 3D barcode. So you just scan the barcode so it knows that you are in front of that computer, and then you can either send or receive files directly from your phone to the computer. The image to text is very much like what we saw in Lens. What your image, originally your text, it will convert, it will scan and convert. But there is something interesting called image to table. Are you able to see that? Image to table.
I can see the transfer file share nearby. Now I think you can see you scrolling down, sign a PDF and scan to PDF and all of that.
No, before that, can you see convert text into text and images? Image to text and image to table.
Yes,
Yeah,
we can.
image to text, image to table. Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, so now this is really powerful. Image to text, you saw how we could do it in Lens, correct? The same thing, you can do it here also. But now image to table is very interesting, because if you are reading a book and you have a table and you want to import it directly into Excel, how do you do it? Now I am taking a very image to table. I am taking a very faltu looking table. Okay, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I clicked on it. It has identified the table automatically. It's very minute. The book is old, so not very clear. But now see the magic. I'll say confirm. It reads this entire thing. It gives me some prompts, etc. I'll say open anyway, I don't care. If you want to review, then you can review and make changes. But now it opens the whole thing in Excel straight away. Nicely, neatly put in columns and rows. Really fantastic. Did you get this?
Yes, sir.
This is really very beautiful. You can directly import a table directly from a magazine, from a newspaper, from a book, whatever. Straight away you can import it directly into Excel. Of course, you can save it and then transfer it from one computer to the other, etc., etc. Very useful. Of course, sign a PDF. So if you have a PDF file, you can pick up that PDF file. Okay, I opened this file. I want to sign here. So I have my original signature already recorded. I put it here. Sign in additional places. I want to sign here also. same thing. Okay, I can create my own signature and put it on any PDF. Interesting. So you can sign a PDF, you can scan to PDF, scan a picture and convert it into PDF. Pictures to PDF, what JPG files you have, you can convert to PDF, document to PDF, PDF to Word, you can convert, scan a QR code. And for people who make presentations, this is very interesting. Rehearse with coach. Now this is very interesting. So if I have a presentation, what it allows me to do, it allows me to run the presentation and I will start talking now. Productivity is being able to do things that you were never able to do before. There is no time for mistakes and it is always good for accuracy and speed. I have today on my agenda Google, Gmail and websites. See now, down below you will see the various instructions it is giving. Try varying your pitch and adding emphasis to keywords. Some important basics we have to deal with. Get more done with the least effort. Don't work hard, work smart. If you want to search on Google, you have many options. It said avoid reading. You know, can you see this? What is happening? It is generating a report. It is telling you didn't say too many filler words. A lot of people keep on saying I mean, you say, you mean, etc. So it said you didn't say too many filler words. Try to avoid simply reading the slide. Here are the slides you might want to work on, because I was reading the entire text. So it says don't do this. Your pace is just right, keep it up. And your average pace over time. I'm sorry, I got a call in between. Did you get the idea? It actually gives you a training on your presentation. So you run the presentation on your phone and you speak it out, and automatically it will give you guidance on what you are doing right, what you are doing wrong, etc., etc. This is really fantastic. So the name of this is Rehearse with Coach. So there is a coach which is inbuilt. You can rehearse your entire presentation with the coach, and you can do it multiple times. If it is an important presentation, you can do it over and over and until you get it accurate. Are we clear on this? Any questions on this? Which app is this? This app is called Microsoft Office, and now it is only called Office. Earlier they used to call it Microsoft Office, then they called it Office 365, and now they call it only Office. So Office is a combination of Word, Excel, PowerPoint and so many other things which go with it. Yes, it is on iPhone also. You can try it out, you can download it and find out how it works. Although I have not tried it on iPhone, I don't have an iPhone. So whatever I am saying today is mainly on Android phones. Any questions now? I think I have overshot my limit, but I will now have the floor for questions.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, sir. I think there's one immediate question that's come up, which is, so initially when you had edited that, when you had copied that file, the Word document, the Excel sheet from the newspaper, and when it came onto the Excel, is that editable?
Of course, it becomes an Excel file. Once it is an Excel file, it is just like any other Excel file. You can edit it, you can add, minus, whatever you want. It is an Excel file. So when you save it, you can save it on OneDrive, you can save it on Google Drive, you can share it with somebody in WhatsApp, you can save it on your phone, whichever way you want to do it. It's absolutely, it's just like any other Excel file, that's it. And I had told you that when we get back to the computer, remind me. So now I will just show you what was pushed. You remember that newspaper article which we said send to computer?
Yeah.
So let me see if it is. Yeah, so this is how it has come. You can paste it in Word, you can paste it in text file, whatever. You might have to do a little bit of editing, but if it is a large chunk, you know that major portion of it is there. Okay. Okay.
So I think we can take a question from the audience also. Somebody has
Sure,
raised
sure.
their hand.
Sure.
Mr. K.S. Chauhan, can you please unmute and share your question? And before you can start, just a request, please be a little precise and to the point so that, it's easier for all of us to share and also listen to the question. So yeah, over to you, Mr. Chauhan.
Hello. Can you listen me?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we can hear you.
Yes. I have 2-3 questions. Number one, suppose with this lens, I am on the moon. I am on moon, and I will I will look at some foreign particle in the earth of the moon. Then can I identify it?
I'm sorry, I have not been on the moon, so I cannot answer that. So,
There'll be no net connection either.
Yeah, so I think we can move on to the next question. It's from Mr. Raj Tejuja. So, Mr. Tejuja, can you please unmute yourself? Mr. Tejuja, I think his voice is... Okay, I think we're not able to hear his voice. He's not here.
Hello, can you hear
yeah.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. As you said, once again, I entered in late. Can you just tell me how to purchase it? I think you said Amazon or Flipkart. How to get the purchase of this?
purchase of what?
Sorry to interrupt.
That lens, whatever you are saying.
Google Lens is free. You go to the Play Store and download it. That's all.
Okay. And how about the transferring? You said from the mobile screen to the laptop screen.
Correct.
How to do it? For that also you said some app is there, no sir?
No. So when you say share it with the computer, you decide which computer you want to share it with. And when you come back to the computer, you just say paste. You go to Word or you go to whichever text editor you are using. You just say Control V and it will come automatically. Acha, while we are taking questions, I will just share my screen where I promised you that I will give you the contacts, etc. So we can continue the questions. I run these free online sessions on first, second, and third Fridays of each month. And if you want updates, you can send a WhatsApp to me. For past recordings, you can go to my YouTube channel, and for more information, you can visit our website. Okay, I'll take more questions.
Yeah, before I allow other people to ask questions, please, if it's a question about the Chrome extension or something that you've already missed out, then please, you'll have to check out the recording. If it's anything about the app in particular, then sure, because a lot of people are asking the names of the Chrome extensions. He won't be able to repeat it all over again, which is why we have recorded this entire video and it's available on our YouTube channel, and you can check out the YouTube channel after the webinar is done. Okay, so Mr. Jatin Doshi, can you please unmute yourself? Mr. Jatin Doshi?
Hello, yeah, Jatin here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, please.
This Office on Android, is it, what are the, I mean, it is subscribed? No, I mean, it's not free, I suppose.
Office on Android is free.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Couple of people have asked, can we identify images of people through Google Lens stored in phone? I think, yeah, we can. Mr. Tantra had just shown a demo of that. So I think you should be able to identify people. If they are famous enough, then I think, yeah, you should be.
Yes.
Yeah. I just raised show here. Again, details of the channel are mentioned here. and you can check out Mr. Tantra's channel, and you can also check out our channel. Yes, a lot of people are asking the same question: is Office free? So I think he's repeated this a couple of times. Yes, Office is a completely free of cost thing. So yeah, I think there are no cost to that. There's a question from someone about the free online session timings. So I think this is for you, sir.
9:30 p.m. on every Friday, first, second, and third Friday.
Okay.
9:30 p.m.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, this is a question about a video search. So he's saying, how can you identify a person we see in a video? Okay, seems a little similar.
Best thing is to take a clip and cut out that particular image and then search that image. But there are options available online. Again, I did one session on fake news where we have done lots of stuff like this, how you can identify whether something is fake or not. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will find an entire session of 1 hour on how to identify fake news, how to take a free course on how to identify fake news, what are the various websites which allow you to find fake news, etc., etc.
Okay. Thank you for that, sir.
Duration of Friday online session is 1 hour. Normally it is 1 hour. I try to condense it for less than 1 hour, but somehow we touch 1 hour every time.
There's a question from Captain Haridas. His question is, can you please explain downloading of Google Lens? When I do that, I get a message, select a photo.
Downloading doesn't, no, it should not ask you to select a photo. It should straight away, you go to Play Store, you look for search Google Lens and just download it. It should not ask you for a photo. No. It is getting downloaded. Somebody else is saying it is getting downloaded. Yeah. So after getting downloaded, if you start running it, if you say open, then obviously you have to select a photo, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is an interesting question. Can we find fake products using Google Lens or any other app for that matter?
Not really. Sorry. There is so much of fake products and services available. But always, as in all cases, buyer beware. There are no simple answers.
Mr. Tejoja has raised his hands again. Sir, can you please unmute and share your question?
Yes, sir. Sir, you mentioned about subscribing your session. What is the procedure? Can you just elaborate on that, sir?
For which one? My session?
Friday session.
So you just send this subscribe tag to my mobile number and you will get a WhatsApp automatically. Every week, what is the next session, you will get it. See this line that is there for upcoming session and updates. You just send a WhatsApp to 9892219340. Just say subscribe tech and you will get the sessions automatically. Every session, maybe 2 or 3 days before. Now this Friday session, we are sending information tomorrow and you get a reminder on Friday morning also. Or you can go to our website tantratech.in. There you can see everything.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think sir has also mentioned all his details here as well for the upcoming sessions and what do you have to do for all of that. I think we can take a couple more questions. So if any questions, then please do use the raise hand button option, which is available in Zoom.
So somebody is asking, how are you so updated on tech?
Okay, I think I had mentioned in the beginning itself that he's a computer expert. So I think which pretty much sums up his expertise on this matter. Okay, there's a Mr. Krishnaraj Iyer is raising his hands. Yeah, please, can you unmute yourself and share your question?
Yeah, I would like to know what is the Android version that is required, because there are some functions and features which would work only on a particular version of Android and not on the previous version.
So most of these are available on Android 6 and above. So you should not be too much worried about it. But yes, certain features are available depending on the, see again, each of these things are keeping on evolving. All the apps keep on evolving. So when you do an update, automatically it will give you the latest update and the latest version. So if your phone is old, I would suggest that you upgrade it, number one, or you buy a new phone, because normally most Android phones, I think they give you updates only up to 3 levels. After the 3rd level, they don't give you an upgrade. So you might have to buy a new phone. Friday timings are 9:30 p.m. Every Friday, 9:30 p.m.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So I think there's one final question which we can take, which is A48. I'm sorry, it's a numerical thing. So you're going to have to unmute and share your question. Yeah, please. Can you share your question?
I just wanted to ask, somebody said, can you recognize a face from a video? Is it possible to take a screenshot of that particular face in the video and then run it through face recognition?
Yes, there is an option in Google. When you go to Google search, you go to images.google.com, and there you can paste any snapshot and it will search all over the web and give you the options of that particular picture. Recommendations for antivirus software on phone and computer. I must make a declaration. We sell Quick Heal, which is quite good and which is very powerful on the phone as well as on the computer. You have a combo price also. What phone are you using? I am using Samsung Note 8.
Okay. I think we are still going to keep getting questions, but I'm going to have to step in here because sir is had a very busy schedule. So before we close, I just wanted to share another small slide with all of you, which is basically all our details. A lot of people have been asking us for details, how to reach out to MoneyLife. So I've shared a slide. So first of all, thank you all of you for joining. And this is a slide. If you have any questions that you want to share with us, you can check out our email ID. I've kept it open for all of you, so you can take a screenshot of this. Our email ID is foundation@moneylife.in. So you can drop us emails over there. And secondly, if you check out our website, mlfoundation.in, you can check out the website and become a member. If you become a member, then you get updates on all our regular events like this. So this was a very wonderful event that we had. So if you subscribe to us, then you keep getting regular updates on all the events that we do. And membership is completely free of cost. And the third thing is, a lot of people again asked us about the recording of the session and some parts that they missed in the beginning. So please check out our YouTube channel, MoneyLife TV, where the entire recording will be uploaded. And you can, in case you missed out something, then you can check that out. And also do follow us on our other social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and our Telegram channel, and also on WhatsApp. So long story short, we are available on a lot of places. If you have any questions, then you can reach out to us in any of these places. So I've kept it open. If any of you wishes to, then you can take a screenshot of that. And ma'am, I think you wanted to share something.
No, I just want to thank Mr. Tantra. As always, it's a magical session. We learned a lot, and we all need to relook at this and practice so that, we get to use it as efficiently as you are. Thank you so much for this.
I keep saying, knowing is not learning, doing is learning. So if you practice, then you will achieve whatever is meant to be achieved.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for that, sir. So I think with these words, we're going to have to come to the end of the session. So first of all, thanks a lot to you, sir. I think this was a very wonderful presentation. Didn't even realize so many things existed. So I think thanks to you. And also thank you all of you for joining us today for this webinar. And we look forward to meeting you in other sessions. Thank you and good night.
Thank you. Good night.